Welcome back, welcome back. Anne Lennox is renowned as one of the world's top-selling and most popular vocalists. She's sold 80 million records, won 8 Brit Awards, 4 Grammys, a Golden Globe and an Oscar. So why is she spending this weekend working in a second-hand clothes shop? Well, it's all part of a project being put on by the magnificent charity Oxfam to raise funds and awareness for women's causes around the world. And Annie's with me now to explain all about it, and wearing your famous T-shirt, I see.
Oh, I'm glad you say famous.
Yes.
I've been waiting to make that a famous T-shirt.
It is now famous. I saw it written about just yesterday.
Yeah, it's my campaigning tool, my T-shirt.
Yes, and did you make it, or did you buy it, or did you manufacture it?
Well, the original concept actually comes from Zaki Ahmad, who was the founder of Treatment Action Campaign in South Africa. And I really love it because it's such a simple thing that it says HIV positive, and on the back, I can't really turn around because I'm all wired up. There, can you see it says fighting HIV and AIDS. So because when people see the T-shirt, they say, oh, does that mean that you're HIV positive? Yeah. And I have been tested and I know that I'm not. But really,
that is great to know.
You know what I mean?
You can just say that quickly.
So simply, though, it's a way of even just talking about a subject that is so stigmatised that people just kind of put it to one side. And the fact of the matter is that currently there are 33 million people living with HIV and AIDS. And we tend to think in the Western countries that it's an issue that was kind of dealt with back in the 80s, and in some ways something to do with the gay community. Actually, it is killing women of reproductive age. It's the biggest, it's been announced by UNAIDS that it's the biggest killer of women of reproductive age around the globe. So, really? Yes, and that is the reason why.
Does it actually mean more women than men, or close to as many?
I would say it is more women than men now. Yes, absolutely.
Why would that be?
Because, well, there are many reasons that drive the pandemic. But obviously, women are not in a position in certain countries to protect themselves from rape, from domestic violence, abuse, all of those kind of things. They don't have protection over their own sort of reproductive health. And the incidence of rape, for example, in South Africa, the country that I work with a lot, is so high, it's completely off the scale.
Why is it? We were talking to Mr. Ocampo earlier on about, as the chief prosecutor and so on, and about the fact that their efforts are concentrated, it seems, on Africa, you know, as a place of need and so on and so on. And Africa always comes up first in any discussion of HIV. Why this terrible bane on South Africa? Why is it such a victim?
It's a very good question, and I think it would take someone who is a real expert in history, social economics, psychology. I don't really know why women are always at the brunt of tremendous abuse, and there's a tremendous inequity between the rights of women and, you know, the actual attitudes towards women. So there's no comparison, in a sense, between the rights that Western women have and women in developing countries where they basically have so little rights. Okay, I talk about HIV/AIDS, but actually it's connected with women's rights. It's connected with attitudes to behaviour, and it's connected to social justice at the end of the day.
And you're trying to do something practical this week, which is a mega. They call it a jumble sale sometimes.
Well, now
it's
a pop-up shop.
That's much trendier, yes. Pop-up shop. Yeah. And so, what can you pop up and get, as it were?
You can pop up and you can get, well, there's all manner of very interesting things. There's lots of beautiful clothing that has been donated by some very interesting, well-known people. And there's just the kind of bric-a-brac that you get in Oxfam shops, but like the high end, you know. And it's all at very affordable prices, so it's not something that's totally exclusive. And it's the kind of, Selfridges have done the most incredible thing, and they've been so helpful. And they've made this beautiful place in the basement of the shop. And it's very intriguing. So it's a cross between a kind of flea market stroke, oh, I don't know, you have to go there and see it for yourself, but it's beautiful.
And reasonable prices and so on. And who are some of the people who've donated things to the cause then?
Well, we have a wonderful dress that Beyonce donated that's going online, because we've got an auction sale online if you go to the Oxfam website, and we have items from Little Boots, from Shirley Bassey, from, oh my goodness, Helen Mirren, Elle Macpherson, myself. I gave most of my wardrobe away. Just wonderful, interesting people.
You didn't give that away. You're keeping that.
Well, I've got
That's
a few
sacred.
of these, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, I've come to wear this, to be honest with you, it's made my wardrobe very, very simple, because wherever I go, you know, it's so interesting on those red carpets, they're always looking to see what designer gown people are wearing, and this, our whole sort of obsession with celebrity culture is just there, like that. That's what we think about. But I love it because I can put this very simple T-shirt on, and it's kind of like, this is a reality, and it's like campaigning in a simple way, and it doesn't cost me a great deal of money, so it keeps life cheap.
Yeah, and the money that comes in will go to different projects or to central office?
It will go to women-based projects. I mean, Oxfam are an international organisation with women-focused projects all around the world. And so we have a whole menu of different things. You know, we could be looking at a project in Bangladesh, for example, or something in another part of Africa. So, you know, I think the thing is that Western women, like myself, we have almost too much. We have so much of everything. When you go to countries, developing countries, you meet women who have almost nothing. And then it sort of changes, well, it has definitely changed my way of understanding what the world is about, considering that 2/3 of the world's poorest people are women. And as a woman myself and as a mother, I think that's unacceptable. And so I want to kind of use my influence, maybe to inspire people to get engaged with this, to be aware of it at least, and to try to find ways where they can practically get on board and get off the couch and just get involved in some kind of way.
Thank you very much. Good luck with
David.
the Selfridges show for the next 7 days, and I hope you get a mountain of money flooding in.
Absolutely.
Great to see you. Always great to see her, isn't it? Should we pay women drug abusers, a rather different switch of subject, to be sterilised? That's been a topic of controversy in the papers. A shocking approach to the addiction problem from the USA. And that comes after this short break right now.